If you're an athlete and you want to prevent hamstring pulls, this video is for you. First of all, I want to go over how hamstrings get pulled, and then we're going to go over how to prevent them. How and when hamstrings get pulled. Typically in late swing phase when you're sprinting at top end speed, and it's when your knee is extending, it's trying to eccentrically lengthen and slow down knee extension while it's getting stretched at the hip before you pull it down. That is the most common time to pull your hamstring. The speed of the contraction and the force of the contraction in the hamstring is extremely high, and nothing even comes close to it in the weight room. The number one mistake that we see from a lot of team sport athletes is they don't spend time sprinting at top end speed. Everyone's so worried about pulling your hamstring, they avoid the thing that's going to protect you from pulling your hamstrings in the first place. Like I said, there is nothing that even comes close to preparing your hamstrings than sprinting at top end speed. And there's been a lot of research showing that athletes need to sprint around 95% of their top end speed at least once a week to help bulletproof those hamstrings from getting pulled when sprinting and to maintain their speed. With our athletes, we often do fly 10s once a week. We do our first rep at like 90% after a thorough warm-up. Second one, a little bit faster. And then the third one, we're going to go at 100%. We have tons of rest in between those sets, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. And that's it. That's about all the volume you need to not only maintain your speed and protect your hamstrings, but to get faster as well. Number 2, do your Nordic hamstring curls. This is a great exercise to build eccentric strength in the hamstrings. It's been proven study after study after study to help prevent hamstring pulls. Most of the Team USA track and field athletes and sprinters do this exercise regularly, probably 1 to 2 times a week. And we do some variation of that exercise at least once a week for almost all our athletes here in the gym. Now, why you need both, you can't just do Nordics. It does build a lot of eccentric strength, but it's not going to be at the same speed as when you're sprinting. And you can't just sprint. You want to build that eccentric strength as well. So these simple 3 big takeaways. Number 1, build some eccentric strength. Nordics is a great way to do that in the hamstrings. Number 2, sprint at around 95% of your top end speed at least once a week. And number 3, this is very important. I said you want to sprint at around 95% of your top end speed. That doesn't mean I've been laid up on the couch for a month and now I'm going to start doing fly 10s and sprinting at my top end speed. You need to gradually ramp up into that. So slowly start getting accustomed to sprinting, slowly start working on your accelerations. You can go short, like 20-yard sprints, to slowly going longer over a matter of weeks. And then you need to maintain that top end speed and touch it at least once per week. In closing, the number 1 risk factor for pulling your hamstring is a previous hamstring pull. So if you're an athlete, get on this now. Do your Nordics, do your sprints, help keep those hamstrings healthy.